Welcome. This is the fall version of our Medics Collaborative meeting. We're really grateful that you were all able to make it. And I'm just going to go over a couple of housekeeping items as we kick off the meeting, so bear with me.
You gotta do the first one on here, and then after that, it should.
Low technology.
All
There
right.
we go. So remember, this is confidential. We just ask you to make sure that you don't, you put away your phones. There's, pictures taking, things like that. Really try to keep it private. Some of the things we talk about, we want to make sure that, everybody walks out of here with the confidence that they can work on these things and be respectful of everybody. So thank you for that. There is CME for this meeting, and, there's new CME rules, so you have to make sure that you get your CME if you're going to get it. These QR codes are here, but we will again also send you some in an email so that you can get your CME. There's two ways to do it. You can point your phones at it now and sign up, or wait until after the meeting. But you only have 7 days, so that's the most important thing. Capture your CME while you can. Here's the agenda for today. We're starting off now, and we should be done like around 3 o'clock this afternoon. So we've got a really exciting, things that we're going to be talking to you about today. So we always have external speakers for those of you who are new, and today is no different. So we're happy to bring those, and we also try to get everybody here to get a little bit of not only thinking done, but some work done, so that you spent time being here. So some part of the medic work that you're going to work on this afternoon will be, trying to get some of your templates done. So, a lot of value in attending to not only listen, but also get things done. So thanks for that. We wanted to give you some updates on the coordinating center. And unfortunately, we just lost Susie Hinkin. She's going home to be with her family. So she was our data manager, and she's just done a superb job. We are all sad that she is leaving, but we also have a job posted. So if anybody's interested or knows somebody who's interested, we'd certainly like to hear from you, but she will be greatly missed. So Medic is hiring. Here's another QR code if you're interested in some of the positions that we have open. So the data manager position that I just mentioned isn't posted yet, but that will be coming soon. The current position is the clinical abstract coordinator position. So please, if there's anybody in here who's interested or knows somebody who's qualified, please forward, let us know if we need to forward them any information. Love to consider them. So remember, Tableau password, this is just a reminder, every one of us is going to have to update our passwords on October 27th. So you will be prompted. You don't have to do anything right today. Don't worry about that. You're not late. But we just want to let you know that it is coming. So you as clinical champions, you as abstractors, but also your team of physicians, if they're checking their own data within your site, all are going to be prompted for a new password. Okay, so please keep that in mind. So I'm going to turn over to Keith, and he's going to start with some performance updates for the collaborative, which is our usual schedule of things here.
Thanks, Michelle. So I just want to add my welcome as well. It's great to see all of you. I know there's probably a few new faces in the room, so just as an introduction, I'm Keith Coker, along with Michelle, one of the medical doctors. I'm an ER doctor at University of Michigan. So I'm going to walk through some slides. Pretty standard that we do this every meeting, just to status check on some of the quality improvement work. So we always show this slide just to orient kind of to the portfolio of the work that we have within Medic. So these are all the active quality initiatives or quality measures that we have, the years that they came online. And you can see the performance across the years. One thing I'll mention is, it's hard, I think, to interpret necessarily trends per se in the data, because some sites are exiting Medic, some are just joining later. And so I don't think you should necessarily overinterpret what the trends in the performance is, but you can get a sense of kind of where we are and the work that we're all doing together. I'm going to walk through the value-based reimbursement program, kind of current state, and then the pay for performance, collaborative measure, current state. For those that are knowledgeable at VBR, not everybody in the room participates in this program. You have to be in medic for almost 2 years before you can. And it goes from September through August of every year. The targets are all set in coordination with the executive committee, and we have 3 measures that are within the program. So this is the first one. This is the adult head injury appropriateness measure. Higher is better. That's where the green section of this graph is. You can see off to the side, the target here is over 61%. And you can see our performance month over month. And we're certainly on target, I would imagine, to making this. There is a data lag that exists within our data collection, which is why we don't have August populated yet. But it'll be here, in the next couple of weeks. So I think this is something that we're going to be on target to getting this particular measure within the VBR program. The next one is the analog for pediatrics. So this is the head injury measure for children. In this case, lower is better. So the green section is on the lower part of the graph. And you can see the target here is under 16%. And again, month over month performance. And seems like we're likely going to get this target as well. And then this final one is the chest X-ray measure within children for bronchiolitis, asthma, and croup. Again, lower is better in this case. You can see the target under 25% of getting chest X-rays in this population. And again, something that we're likely to hit is within the VBR program. So I think that's all good news for all of you that are participating. Okay, the final one is only for those that have volunteered to sign up for the smoking cessation performance. So it doesn't apply to everybody in the room. If you're wondering why you may not be in this, please come see us, because it's something that you can choose to participate in. And we have particular ways to get this target. You have to counsel people at least 10% of the time in 3 months, or at least 25% of the time in 1 month. And this is sort of the entire pool, so it doesn't tell you necessarily for one particular site. And if you have questions about that, we can answer it. But in general, across the group, it seems like everybody's doing pretty well here. All right, so I'm going to change course and just talk about the P4P program. There are site level targets, site level initiatives within the P4P program. These are the group level, the collaborative wide as a whole. We're all contributing to the performance, and we collectively need to meet the target to get the points related to P4P. You can see the targets are sometimes a little bit different between VBR and P4P, and that has to do with all differences in the types of sites that are participating. But they're sometimes very close as well. And in this case, this is the pediatric respiratory measure. It's the same target, under 25%. This is the one that we sent an email about a couple weeks ago, because we're just really close to meeting this target and want to be sure to do our best in these last couple months to achieve that. We're kind of right at the edges of getting under 25%. And as you know, like I said, there's a data lag here. Also in the collaborative bucket is the naloxone measure. So sending people home with naloxone being discharged for those that are at risk of overdose down the line. And this is where we're trying to get a target above 43%. Again, here's the month over month. Higher is better. Seems like we're likely going to hit this target, which is awesome. And then I've got one more for you. My favorite, which is a diagnostic yield for pulmonary embolism. Collaborative measure, trying to get the target above 8.5% diagnostic yield. We're actually very close on this measure as well. And so we'll see how this plays out over the, these last couple months here as the data comes to us. So I'm gonna pause there. Didn't want to go through that too quickly, but also didn't want to necessarily bore people with all the details. But if you have questions, happy to take any right now. Happy to take any, search us out, and we're happy to sort of talk through any of these details as well.